What if I told you that this cramped 10 by 12 garage sitting behind me generated over $85,000 last year? I know it sounds crazy. Most people look at small workshop spaces and see limitations. They see clutter, tight corners, and think there's no way to build a real woodworking business in such a confined area. But here's what I discovered after 3 years of trial and error, countless failures, and some breakthrough moments that changed everything. The truth is, having a small workshop isn't your enemy. It's actually your secret weapon. While other woodworkers are drowning in overhead costs, renting massive spaces they can't afford, and getting lost in complexity, you can build a lean, profitable machine that runs like clockwork. I'm about to show you exactly how I did it, and more importantly, how you can copy this exact blueprint starting this weekend. 3 years ago, I was trapped in corporate hell. 60-hour weeks, a boss who treated me like garbage, and barely enough money left over after bills to buy groceries. I'd come home exhausted, stare at my tiny garage, and dream about doing something meaningful with my hands. The problem was, I had no clue where to start. Every woodworking business guide I found assumed you had thousands of dollars and a massive shop. That wasn't my reality, and it probably isn't yours either. Everything changed when I stumbled upon what I now call the profit Trinity. These are 3 specific types of projects that generate 80% of small workshop profits. The first category completely blew my mind because it was hiding in plain sight. Custom storage solutions. Think about it. Every single person you know has a storage problem. Cluttered closets, messy garages, disorganized kitchens. They're desperate for solutions, and they'll pay premium prices for something that fits their exact space. Last month, I built a simple set of floating shelves for a client's home office. The materials cost me $52. I charged $325, and she was thrilled to pay it. Why? Because I wasn't just selling wood and screws. I was selling the feeling of walking into an organized, beautiful space every morning. That's a 400% markup, and it took me less than 6 hours to complete. The second gold mine in your small workshop is outdoor furniture. Here's something most people don't realize. Outdoor furniture has insane profit margins because customers expect to pay more for weather-resistant pieces. That patio table you can build for $80 in materials? Price it at $350 and you'll have customers lining up. The secret is positioning it as an investment in their outdoor lifestyle, not just another piece of furniture. But here's where it gets really interesting. The third category, home decor accents. This is where small workshop owners absolutely crush the competition. While big furniture makers can't be bothered with small decorative pieces, you can pump out rustic picture frames, decorative bowls, and wall art that sells for 5 to 6 times your material cost. I'm talking about projects that cost $15 to make and sell for $95 all day long. Now, having profitable projects is just the beginning. If you're still working chaotically, jumping from task to task without a system, you're leaving serious money on the table. This is where my golden hour system comes in, and it's specifically designed for small workshop efficiency. Every Sunday, I spend exactly 2 hours planning my entire week. I batch all my cutting for Monday mornings when I'm fresh and focused. Afternoons are reserved for finishing work, sanding, staining, assembly. This isn't just about organization. It's about maximizing every square foot in every minute in your small workshop space. Before I implemented this system, it would take me 8 hours to complete one project. Now, I'm finishing 3 to 4 projects in that same time frame. That's literally tripled my income potential. But productivity means nothing if you're pricing like an amateur. Most woodworkers make the fatal mistake of competing on price instead of value. They look at what everyone else is charging and try to beat it by 10%. That's a race to the bottom, and you'll never build a real woodworking business that way. Here's my exact pricing formula that doubled my income practically overnight. Take your material cost and multiply it by 3. That's your baseline. Add your hourly rate, and don't you dare charge less than $35 an hour for skilled craftsmanship. Then add a 20% premium because you're creating custom, small batch pieces that can't be found in any big box store. Let me give you a real example. That side table I mentioned earlier cost $45 in materials. Using my formula, 45 times 3 equals $135. Add 4 hours of labor at $40 per hour, that's another $160, plus my 20% premium of $59. Final price? $354. And customers pay it gladly because they're not just buying a table. They're buying craftsmanship, customization, and the pride of owning something unique. The biggest mistake I see people make when starting their woodworking business is trying to wing it with random plans they find online. Pinterest projects and YouTube tutorials might be great for learning, but they're terrible for building a profitable small workshop operation. You need proven designs that have already been tested in the marketplace. That's exactly why I want you to check out the link in the description below. I've partnered with master craftsmen to give you access to over 16,000 detailed woodworking plans specifically chosen for their profit potential. These aren't just pretty pictures. Each plan includes exact material lists, step-by-step instructions, professional finishing techniques, and pricing guides that help you maximize your margins. What makes these plans perfect for small workshop success is that they're designed with space constraints in mind. Every project can be completed in a garage, basement, or small workshop without needing expensive industrial equipment. Plus, each plan has been tested by real woodworkers who've built successful businesses using these exact designs. The reality is simple. You can keep struggling with random projects that may or may not sell, or you can start with proven winners that have already made money for thousands of other woodworkers. The choice is yours, but I can tell you from experience, having the right plans makes all the difference between a hobby that costs you money and a woodworking business that changes your life. Your small workshop isn't holding you back. It's your competitive advantage. While others are drowning in overhead and complexity, you can build a lean, profitable operation that generates serious income from a space most people would overlook. The blueprint is right here, the plans are waiting in the description, and the only question left is whether you're ready to stop making excuses and start building your woodworking business today.